If you want to see how I've created these super duper sparkly hard gel extensions, then keep on watching, my loves. Hello my loves, how are you doing? Right, so yeah, I'm back on the hard gel train, really mainly because I've had 3 days of like migraines. When I was able to sort of sit at my desk and do anything, I did a one-stroke course from Gemma Lambert because I enjoy one stroke. So and you know, you're never too old to learn new things. But I wanted to do my nails and I couldn't use acrylic at the moment because the fumes, I'm really sensitive after a migraine, so the fumes will just kick me back into a migraine. So I thought, well, I'll use my new fibre gel then. So this is Nail Perfect fibre gel. I'm using my Nailmate Infinity Form for sculpting. Just rolling it between my thumbs. So I've done 3 nails already. I'm going to show you the last 2 because they're different from each other. So I'm angling the form upwards. We're going to do a square nail. It'll have a slight taper to it, but nothing too dramatic. The back of the form's going to be open. I'm going to angle it up. So there's like added strength area where the free edge of your nail is, and you can still keep the free edge of the extension nice and thin. And you get those nice deep sidewalls and that deep smile line. I'm just checking my form, make sure it's because my fingers, you know, when your fingers sort of like go off in funny directions, it's worth checking your form from all angles just to make sure it's not too dramatic as a swoop. Swooping over. I haven't used my practice hand for a while. I should really do that. Right, I'm just going to dehydrate. Now, I don't have the universal air bond from Nail Perfect, which is Dorota Policka. It's her system, and I don't have it, so I need to order that. So I've been winging it with my protein bond, and then I've decided to use a little bit of a base gel. Obviously it's not from the same system because I haven't got the base product from her system. That's my error, but I'm doing it on myself. I don't care, doesn't bother me. I'm experimenting, so I couldn't wait. So I'll just give that a quick 30-second cure. This nail is going to be a full cover nail, so I'm going in with the light rose fibre gel. Just get myself in a comfy position. Nice big blob of that. Lovely jubbly. And I'm just going to put that straight on the nail. I'll pillow it up towards the cuticle, but we don't need a lot of bulk right there. And then we'll just work that gel down. Just keep in contact with it at all times. And I'll work it down to, I think it was 1.5 or just over 1.5 on the forms. I'm using the number 8 gel brush, oval gel brush from Nail Perfect. It's a lovely brush, really, really nice. And I have to say, I've got her super fine like detailer brush. Oh my God, it's amazing. I've got 2. It's the slimmest, tiniest brush I have ever had. And as I'm starting to get into more hand painted art, or learning anyway, it's really good to have the decent tools, because trying to make do with a fat brush is not going to work. Right, so I'm just making sure the product's not going to pull too much down the sides. We just need it a little bit more even. Tip it upside down, about 10 seconds. And then I'm going to do 30-second cure, and then take it out and apply the Nail Perfect gel clamps for pinching. Now, I've never used these before, so it was just getting to grips with the position to have them in, but they do give a bloody good pinch. Really, really nice pinch. So I cured for another 30 seconds with the pinching tool on. I'll then just pop the form off because it gets in my way. And we'll start building up the structure of this nail. So I'll go in again, pick up some more product, roll it off my brush, And the concentration of the product is in the centre of the nail, so I'll just go side to side all the way down the nail, touching the sides, making sure it's got enough, but you don't need the thickness at the sides, otherwise you'll have like a really bulky fat nail. So I'll let you watch this bit. In between that, when I do this lay, I cure it for 30 seconds, then put the pinching tool on, then cure it again. But I'll let you watch and I'll come back in a sec.
My, oh my, my, oh my, a kiss, and so I did.
So when that's had its final cure, I'll remove the tacky layer and we're going to file that nail into shape just using my Nailmate steel file. I always use a steel file for shaping. After using the steel file, I go in with my Canvalite file, which is like it's got one straight edge and one half moon edge, which I really love. So I've sped this filing up because it would be very boring otherwise. Constantly moving my file though, I'm not staying in one spot, otherwise you'll end up with a dent. So you kind of want to go up the side, over, and then down the other side. Try not to file away your apex, so you'll see that as I'm filing, the one part that's left is the apex, and then I just tidy that up at the end. And after filing, I did buff that nail. Then we'll move on to the next nail because this is going to have some Swarovskis on. Of course. I totally didn't have a plan for these. I just sat down and went, I'm feeling a little bit better. My headache's gone. I just want to have some pretty nails today. And that was that. I just sat there and just banged out set nails because sometimes you just need it, don't you? I haven't had nails like this on since just before lockdown. And I took them off at the beginning of lockdown, so it's been a few weeks. And I don't feel like I'm not struggling with it or anything, it's fine. If anything, I just feel a little bit more pretty. Oh, yes. Right, so that's been buffed and filed and all that malarkey. I'm now going to get on with this nail. So this is going to have a clear extension. I'm just putting the lid on because there is quite a bit of light in the salon, so I don't want the sunlight to kill the product. So I'm going to build my new free edge. I'll start at the stress area and then work that product down. Constantly check in that I've got it deep enough in the sides that I'm not going to kind of cancel out that lower arch by missing it completely, because it is easily done. And then just spread that product down a little bit more, and I'll give that a 30-second cure once I'm happy with it, and then I'll put the pinching tool on and cure for another 30 seconds. Right, when that's cured, we're going to go in with the light rose and create a smile line. I don't hate doing smile lines with gel. It's just I find it harder to file them in because it's so smooth. So I'm just rolling that product off the brush and then gently nudging it back towards the cuticle, just pillowing it out a little bit. We don't need a whole lot of bulk. I just want to encourage it back a little bit. And then I'm going to start working, bringing that product down the nail towards the free edge. If you can hear Milo giving himself a wash, I do apologise. He's a disgusting, licky dog. It's a terrier. All they do is lick, I swear. Lick and yap. Is that right, Milo? Lick and yap, yap and lick. Right, so I'm just using the very tip of that brush and just nudging the product around, looking at where I'm going to need it. How long do I need that smile line? Now, inadvertently, I did make this nail a little bit longer. Didn't realise until the end, and I thought, oh my god, this is how out of practice I am. See, it doesn't take long, does it, to kind of lose it a little bit. But it was just still beautiful, so I wasn't overly fussed. So, playing in with that product. And you'll actually quite often see me just with gel, when I do a smile line, just wipe around the edge as I go, like that. Because it's hard enough to file them in because they're kind of softer, sort of smoother, and the file will slip more. I'm going to cure that, and I did again a 30-second and then a 30-second with the pinching tool on. And we're going to come in again and just build that up a little bit more because I really want a wall to file. Now there is a little mark on my nail on my index finger. It's damage, unfortunately, from a set I did that had a peel off base coat, and when I went to peel it off, it even though I protected my finger with a layer of gel and everything, it just peeled off some of my fingernail. I was very sad. Right, that's come out of the lamp, and I'm going to take the sticky layer off, remove the form, and file in that smile line. See how thin that free edge is? You can literally, I could fold it if I wanted to. So thin. But it needs to be because we're encapsulating. Right, so I'm using my steel file and very gingerly just filing around, and you'll see the file slip. There you go, it slips a couple of times because gel is so smooth. You know, acrylics when it's dry is kind of got a gritty texture, whereas gel is so smooth, which is what makes it super beautiful, shiny and clear. But also when you're filing in a smile line, it can be a little bit sort of, you have to go a bit slower. But it was fine, it worked. So, you know, it's all good. As you can see, when I come to the free edge, the edge of the smile line, I'm rolling my file. I'm not, you know, trying to file a straight right at the edge. Then I'm going to remove all that dust with some isopropyl alcohol. Have a little look, and if it's as I like it, let's get decorating. So I'm using, this is from Modelones, and it's their gel paints. Then I've got my Licente S1 brush, Striper 1. Then I've got these 3 glitter gels from Saviland. I've been waiting to use those Saviland gels like in a set. So I'm going to do this around the smile line. It really, really helps that smile line to stand out. If you've got a darker solid colour, it just really makes it pop. So nice and careful, take that gel all the way around. It's more like a paste, this gel. Just wondering if it would work for one stroke. I don't know. So nice and steady, don't rush it, no point, you only make mistakes. And once I'm happy that I've tucked that in enough and I've covered the bits I need to cover, I'll then start going in with the glitter gels. And there's no real set way to do the glitter gels. I did them so they're almost merging over each other, across each other, through each other. And I really like the way it came out. And I used a different colour for the smile line on each nail, I think. My pinky has got the blue, my middle finger's got pink, my thumb's got purple, and my index finger's got purple. So this is the bright pink glitter gel from Saviland. I will list like the details for everything in the description box. It is super, super pink. Really beautiful. I'll wipe off my little brush. And then I'm going to go in with a different colour. I think I went in with the purple, which is a metallic-y purple. And I just kind of pull that through the pink, alongside the pink. It's like marbling with acrylic, except with a gel. But not as well kind of mixed as a marble. It's like they're little rivers flowing through each other, I suppose. It's really hard to explain. It was just whatever my brain fancied doing at the time. Sometimes you'll see me do a set that's been planned for ages, and other times you'll just see me where I've sat down and gone, oh yeah, I fancy doing something now. This one is a chunky and it's a holographic, like aqua blue. It's so beautiful. Super holographic as well, which is always nice. We've got two metallics and a holographic. It really gives that sort of added element to it. And I do go in with a bit more purple because I just sort of don't want to be, I didn't want the purple to be overshadowed too much, and I felt like it was a little bit. So just go in with a little bit of the purple. And then I'll cure that for 60 seconds. Then we need to cap it. So get that clear fibre gel. And we'll pick up a nice big blob, technical word. Put the lid back on, and then I'm going to roll that off my brush and start working it where I need it to go. It's quite funny because when you put it on, it looks like it might be a bit cloudy, but it's not at all. It dries so clear. Well, you can see at the end. But yeah, I'm just going to fill up the gaps, make sure everything's covered. I try to get it even, but it's going to be filed. So it's not the end of the world if you think, oh God, oh, I'm getting in a pickle. Just cure it, get it done, and then deal with it with the file. As you get better and quicker and used to the product, it will be easier. Like, I still look at it and go, oh, bloody hell. I still need to build an apex up. I didn't have enough of an apex on this nail. So I will come back in and do an apex. So I'll tip him upside down for a couple of seconds, then I'll do 30 seconds cure, then pop the pinching tool on, then 30 seconds cure, then come back in and we're going to add some more product, make sure I get that apex the way I want it. Again, I'm pillowing it near the cuticle but not right up there, and I don't want a ledge. I want it to flow quite nicely out. You can still see the lunula on the nails as well, so that's nice.
Away from slumber, although you can't. And when you're dreaming, you will be seeing a little demon dancing around. Baby, there is only one way, and that's the slow decay. Get a little earthy with me. I'll pull you down like rings. I'm tired, I can tell from your shape. Feeling sleepy.
So then I cured that one. I did file this one off camera because it's the same filing as the other nail, so I just included one lot of filing for you. And then I buffed it, and I'm going to go in with top coat now. Just going to push that towards the cuticle a little bit and then drag it down. And look, it just pops. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds in my LED lamp. And then we're going to get on with some bling. Now, don't ask me to remember all the names of these crystals. That one's Paradise, I'm sure it is. Paradise Shine. This one, I'm not sure if it's Fuchsia Shimmer. I think it's Fuchsia Shimmer, but I'm not 100% sure. And this one, I have no idea. It might be Saphire AB, it might not. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm making a little shape. It almost looks like a heart that crosses over, and that's kind of what I had in my head. So I'll let you watch this bit.
I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again. But life is one big riddle of the future and what's been. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, 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 running to better times. Go, 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 from my emotions I'll go, 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 running to better times, to better times, to better times, to better times, to better times. To better times, to better times, to better times. Remember I was laughing in all the photos that you took, but now it looks like acting, like we were fiction in a book. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, 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 running to better times. Go, 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 from my emotions I'll go, 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 running to better times, 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 to better times. I look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me, nothing can stop me in the night. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff. Go, 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 running to better times. Go, 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 from my emotions I'll go, 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 running to better times, 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 to better times.
Right, so once that adhesive is set, I'm going to go in with my detailer brush and we're going to top coat all around the crystals. Yeah, try not to get it down the sidewalls like I did. And I'll do a little section, then flash cure it for 10 seconds because I don't want it merging everywhere and just making a big mess. And tuck it all in, drag it along, tuck it in around those crystals. Sorry if you can hear little man, he's having a play. Oh, our potato plants are looking great, our peas are looking great, our fuchsias have just opened this week. Oh, it's a lovely week for flowers and gardening. Right, after these were done, I just added some nail oil, and here's the final reveal. I hope you've liked this video. I have some new videos coming this week, so I will see you in my next one. Tally bye!